Hello everyone, how are you today? I know it's been a while since we've done a video, and that's because we moved into a new house and we're just focused on getting everything together. But now that we do have everything together, y'all will start seeing more videos from us in the future. Now I wanted to start off the new coming of our videos with this one. This is a relatively easy one that should not take me any time to get up for you guys, so expect a few more you know, in a week or so. So today we are doing, you know, kind of just a going through all of this, like what's in my everyday vanity. You know, I thought some people would like to see it because I like to see videos like this on my own time, so I thought that it would be nice to share with y'all. So I'm gonna go from this drawer to this drawer. This is brushes, these are eyes, this is face, this is concealer, foundation, and these are lips. So this is kind of how I do everything in order. This is kind of skincare, and this is what I use to wash my face. This is my mirror. Y'all might have seen Mom make it in one of her DIY videos. These are makeup wipes. Actually, let's go through this on here. Let's do this first. So taking that down. Oops. This is just a sample of a milk makeup powder that is way too light for me, but I keep it up here in case I want to use it to like brighten or something. I got it as a sample at Sephora. I just asked for samples and kept it in this jar. So this is hard to open, that's what this is. This is the Fenty Beauty primer, the mattifying primer that they that I bought like when it first came out. It's definitely expired, but I want to use it up before I want to use it up because I really like it as a primer. Not that it really does anything, because my skin is just so oily that it breaks through anything that I put on it. But I just wanted to use it up. I put it in here because my bottle wouldn't pump anymore, so none of it would come out. So I kind of just scraped it out and put it in this. This is my I Love You So Mochi palette from NYX. It was a limited edition. I don't think you can get this anymore. But I'm showing this to you because I love the colors in here. I use this almost every day, aside from one more thing, in my eye drawer. And I just love the colors in here so much. And plus, like, the texture of these, if you press in, they're kind of like jelly, which is, you know, it's a kind of a really fun palette to play with. My next palette is this Matte Neutrals palette from Ulta Beauty. Ulta Beauty eyeshadow formula is pretty powdery, but it's really pigmented. I usually just stay over here in this corner. I don't really go too much in the light shades, except for maybe the white one if I want to use it. But I usually stay kind of like over here. It's just a matte neutral palette, you know, there's nothing crazy about it, but, you know, it's a good everyday palette. This is my Amber Eyes Profusion palette that I got at Target. It's a dupe for the Modern Renaissance because nobody's paying $50 for an eyeshadow palette except my mom. I'm not. So I got that. And it's a great palette. The eyeshadow formula is pretty great. But it can be really powdery and have a lot of fallout. So Profusion has pretty good affordable makeup, and that's just one example. So let's go through this thing. This is a setting spray that I'm almost all done with. This is a makeup sponge. My favorite makeup sponge is currently really dirty, and I almost kind of need to get rid of it because it has holes in it, but I keep using it because it's great. These are just some eyeshadow, not eyeshadow, these are some spoolies. This is a color changer that you know, when you have a dirty brush, you just swirl it around in here and then the color comes off and you can keep using the same brush. And this is a little sponge that I use just for concealer. Some compact mirrors in here. This is from the Dollar Tree. This one my aunt gave me many years ago, like when I was in the single digits, y'all. So like I've had this for a really long time. I love this mirror. I couldn't tell you where she got it, but I love it. Another sponge. This Wet n Wild cushion foundation. I really like the foundation. I love the formula. It's really light coverage, but I feel like it gives a really nice natural finish. The only problem with it is that it's way too orange for me, so I kind of have to neutralize it with a lighter concealer if I'm going to wear it. This is just a lip pencil and another sponge. I only have a few sponges. I usually keep them in here because they won't fit in my brush drawer because they're too fat. brush drawer. I'm not going to go through every single brush, but I'll tell you where I got a few of them. So this one is a Sephora brand VIB Rouge brush. I think they were giving these out, well, if you're like a VIB person, and mom got like a few of them, so she gave one to me because she buys way too much at Sephora. These are some tweezers. Most of these like colorful brushes are brushes that we got from like a subscription box. A lot of these Wet n Wild brushes that you can find at the dollar store that are really great quality. Some of these are like Ulta brand brushes that came in like little kits and stuff. And a sharpener, because it's always good to have a sharpener. This is one of my favorite drawers because it's just so much fun to play around in. Even if you don't feel like doing makeup, I just come in here and swatch stuff. So let me pull some of this stuff out and go through it. This is what I use every time I do my makeup. I love this. It's just a brow gel. It kind of fills in my brows. This is, I put this on here so that I could tell which color it was. It just builds up the brows really nicely and it holds them in place all day. So this is an eyeliner eyeshadow duo from NYX that I really like using. This kind of more brown eyeliner on more natural days. This is a eyeshadow, liquid eyeshadow infallible paints tube thing that I occasionally use. I'm not so great on the formula of this because kind of when you put it down, you only have a few seconds to blend it out and it dries down really quickly. But I do use it sometimes when I want a really natural look. This is an NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Rust. It's a really great color for like when you want to do more bold, simple looks. This is my Fierce Flick Ciate eyeliner. Focus. It's pretty great. I've been using it recently in place of my Fenty Beauty one because I've used my Fenty Beauty one so much that it's kind of dried out. So these are my two favorite eyeliners at the moment, and the one from NYX is great, but that one kind of broke on me. I guess I used it so much that the ink kind of just started spilling out, and one time it got in my eye and that was no good, so I had to throw it away. This is just a regular NYX matte eyeliner. It's not a pen, it's one you kind of have to dip in to draw out. You know, your average eyeliner. Two brow pencils that I don't really use brow pencils too much. I usually just use this because this fills in my brows enough. But occasionally I will use those brow pencils. They are pretty good. And they're not too opaque and pigmented to where like if you make one mistake it's super obvious. You can shear them out and they build up pretty nicely. I'm not a big mascara person. I've said this before. I stick with a few mascaras and I like those mascaras. So like this sample from MAC, I believe we have so many of them that we just, you know, keep using them. I like that one a lot. And then this is a lash primer that I don't really use unless I'm going somewhere really nice. But it kind of makes your eyelashes look like you're wearing mascara, but it coats them in white so that when you do put on your mascara, it makes them stand out a little more. So the palettes I have in here, well actually I only have one palette, but I have single eyeshadows and an eyeshadow stick. These I like to use on days where I want to, you know, look exceptionally really, I just want to look nice. Let's just put it like that. I just want to look nice. So this is the Makeup Shayla Perception ColourPop palette that I really like using because it has some really great neutral shades here, and then a lot of great everyday shades, and then a lot of great like special occasion shades. So I like using this, you know, pretty much daily. Like this is a really good everyday palette if you don't already have one. If, you know, and ColourPop has great pricing. ColourPop is notorious for their good eyeshadow quality and their great low prices. And here are two single eyeshadow singles from ColourPop. This one my dog chewed up, but I was able to kind of repress it. This one, shoot, I don't know the shade name. I think this one is XO. No, this one is XO. Crap, I don't know which shade that is. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's just like kind of a light peachy pink. I like this one a lot because it's like a more berry toned pink. But the thing is, with me and pinks, I love wearing pinks as eyeshadows, like on my eyes, but I don't like wearing pink as regular clothing. So this right here is a Dirty Little Secret Cosmetics bronzer. Bronzer, yeah, it's a bronzer. I'll never use this as a bronzer just because it's so shimmery, but it's so beautiful on the eyes, so I keep it as an eyeshadow single. I got it in an Ipsy box, or it's Ipsy bag or something like that, or a BoxyCharm. This is LA Colors nude eyeshadow palette that's so great for every day. Like, I think I'll hit pan on this color and this color soon because I like to mix them up, because I like how deep this one is, but I also like how warm this one is. So I'll mix them and it'll be a great everyday eyeshadow color. And this right here, I know I got in an Ipsy bag because I remember it. This is just 2 eyeshadow duos from Jelly Pong Cosmetics. Jelly Pong Cosmetics in Supercharged. I don't really know too much about this brand. I haven't heard a lot about it, but I do know. I'm actually wearing this one on my eyes. I love this little compact. This right here, this is kind of broken because like the eyeshadow falls out, so I have to kind of wiggle it back in. But this is a great kind of taupey color for the eyes. It's just a stick. This is an e.l.f. kind of eyeshadow pot. It's a cream eyeshadow. It's great for the inner corner. And then this is a Fenty Beauty. It came in like a mini set with her matte bronzer and this matchstick. I use it as kind of like an eye crayon. So that's everything that goes in that drawer. So the next drawer is my face. This one should be a lot quicker because it's mainly only a few things that I use for my face when I do my makeup, because I like to stick with the same products because I know that they work for me. So this right here, I'll tell you my top like favorite things in each category. So starting with blush, I only have 2 blushes that I use really regularly. This is a Capri Cosmetics, oh no, it's a Circa Cosmetics blush in the shade Capri. It's a cream blush. What I like to do is I like to dip my finger in this, put a little bit on the back of my hand, and then dip my sponge in that and then apply it because it's pretty pigmented. But it's just a beautiful kind of almost dragon fruit color. And I like that a lot. It's a beautiful shade. But the thing is, we bought these everything from Circa Cosmetics from like CVS or something when they were going out of stock, or when they were discontinuing the whole entire brand. So everything we bought from them was like 90% off, super cheap. But you can't find the brand anymore for some reason. I don't really know why, but I got this blush at a super great price and I love it. So this is a Note Cosmetics blush. I love this shade because it's so peachy and perfect and summery. I'm actually wearing this today. It comes with a mirror. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I love using this. So this is my, moving on to highlighter, this is my Fenty Beauty highlighter. I started using this when Fenty Beauty first launched, and as you can see, it is, oops, well loved. I love using this part, obviously, but I also like using this on the eyes because it is such a light, beautiful pink color. Again, I love using pink on my face, but not in my clothes. So I definitely recommend getting the Fenty highlighters. They're just so beautiful and they last such a long time. I've had this for at least 2 years. Next highlighter is the, my next highlighter is the Jackie Aina X Artist Couture. Her 2 shades, Le Bronze and Le Peach. I love using these when I want to, you know, look really highlighted, because a little bit goes a long way. But I also love mixing these with like a spray and using them on the eyes because they're just beautiful as eyeshadow as well. A lot of things in here I use as eyeshadow, as well as, you know, blush and bronzer and highlighter. So my next highlighter is this one. This looks a lot like the eyeshadow that I showed you previously, but it's not. This is from Winky Lux. This is a cream highlighter that just looks so beautiful. It's kind of like a champagne pale pink color, and at first I thought it would be way too light on my skin, but it's not. When I apply it, it just kind of looks dewy. It doesn't look glittery, and I love using this so much. I just wish I had more of it because I'm almost done. Definitely recommend this product. My next kind of highlighter thing, but I never use the highlighter in here. I never use this because it's just so chalky and gross. This is a NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette, I suppose. This is a brightening powder that I've almost entirely used up. It's great. It's wonderful for the under eyes and highlighting. This is the contour part that I use to contour. I just use the brightener a little more. My only thing about this is that I just wish I could use that highlighter because it is pretty, but it's just so chalky and pasty on me. It just doesn't look good. So as far as bronzers go, I usually stick with these. So this is a new product, the Fenty Beauty Caramel Cutie Bronzer. It came in with a duo and with the mini matchstick. This is the mini bronzer. I've only used it a few times, so I'm not so sure how I feel about it. But one bronzer I do know that I like for sure is the Hoola bronzer. This is a mini 2, kind of like a sample trial size that my mother gave me. It's really great for like the more natural days. And you know, Hoola bronzer, everyone's heard of the Hoola bronzer. It's good. It's a classic from Benefit. This is the Balm Greg bronzer. I think my cousin gave this to me because it's too dark for her. Take home the bronze, excuse me. It's a really good bronzer. I accidentally used it wet, and that's why I used a wet brush on it, and that's why there's this gross ring around it. But I really like this bronzer. It's a little deeper than this, so I have to be a little more careful with this, but it's a really great bronzer. This e.l.f. bronzer I used to use a lot when it was the only bronzer that I had. But now that I have those other bronzers, I don't use it as much because it's just so orange. Like, it might not look so orange in the pan, but it looks really orange on my skin. So I only really use it in the summertime or as an eyeshadow, and that's why I keep it in there. Because like if I couldn't use it, then I wouldn't keep it in there because there's just so little space for most stuff. So everything I have in this whole entire compartment I use. Just some stuff I use much more than other stuff. So the last product that I'm going to show you guys is this Wet n Wild powder. I use this mainly for like touching up and blotting because it is my skin tone. I wouldn't use it to brighten or anything. I mainly just use it when, you know, in the middle of the day when I'm getting oily, so that I can kind of control that oil. Because I'm a really oily person. Anyways, this is my foundation slash primer drawer slash concealer drawer. And let's go through my foundations first. Let me get this one, get over here, okay. This is my NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop foundation. I love this foundation because it has a matte finish. Ooh. I love this foundation because it has a matte finish, and it's a great match for me when I'm lighter. I can't use this anymore unless I mix it with something else. It's the shade Caramel. I love this foundation so much. It's great coverage. It's not full coverage, but like it has a great like medium coverage, and it's easy to apply, easy to blend out, and I love this foundation. This foundation I've been using a lot recently. It's a new Wet n Wild Photo Focus Stick Foundation in Sand Beige, which is sadly also too light for me, so I darken it up with another foundation I'll show you in a minute. I'm actually wearing this today. I darken this up, and I like using this because it blends out really easily. This Marc Jacobs Shameless foundation, which is too light for me, which I darken up with another foundation I'll show you in a minute. I love this foundation because it's such light coverage. Like, I'll wear this on a day where I'm just going out to do casual things, but I love this foundation. It's so lightweight and it doesn't really feel like you're wearing anything, but my only quarrel with it is that it separates sometimes, so you gotta shake it up. But I really do like this foundation, and I think I'm almost out of it. So this is the foundation I was talking about. This is obviously way too dark for me, so I only use like the tiniest bit to darken up my other foundations. But I like using it to do that because it doesn't change the texture of the foundation or the finish of the foundation. It just makes it darker so that it's more wearable. My concealers here, I'll show you which ones I use the most. Mainly every day, if I do decide to wear makeup, I'll just wear concealer because I don't feel like doing the whole like foundation thing. Like, I'll wear concealer, a little bit of blush, a little bit of highlight, maybe an eyeliner and brows, and like that's it. But like days that I do feel like wearing foundation, I wear those foundations and I wear these concealers. So I love the Fenty Beauty concealer. It's just so creamy, and it leaves such a nice finish, and it's great. I love the applicator. I'm biased against Fenty Beauty, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I love their products, but this concealer is something I would really recommend. The coverage is medium to full. You can build it up, but I find that it gets cakey if you build it up too much, so I just leave 1 to 2 coats of that one. This foundation I bought at the same time that I bought the Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation. It's obviously way too light for me now, but like in cooler weather it's the perfect match for me. I just use it under the eyes to kind of correct any darkness so that I don't look like I'm dead, but I do like using this a lot when I need to, and I think I'm actually almost out of this because I used to use it a lot. I go through concealers a lot. This is a Bare Minimal Stroke of Light eye brightener. It's not a concealer, but I put it in my concealer drawer because it kind of has the same function. It just provides some, you know, eye brightness, makes you look a little less dead. I like it a lot. It's really light coverage and it's really not noticeable at all. Sometimes you don't even have to powder it, so I like using this a lot. My mom gave this to me because it was too light for her, and I appreciate that. I used to love using this concealer a lot. We got it at some like dollar store. I think it's supposed to be like a dupe for the LA Girls Pro Conceal, you know, that has a cult following because like it's really great and it's low price. This is an Hourglass primer, by the way. I've yet to try it. But this was pretty good, but I found better concealers and I only use this really when I need to. But it's not bad. I do like it, but I like other concealers better. So this is just a LA Colors contour stick. I only really use it when I don't feel like breaking out my powders. I kind of just like to use this as, you know, as a contour stick, but like with minimal effort. So like it's good, the formula is good, it's creamy, but you know, I only use it when I have to. This is something else I use to darken up my foundation sometimes. This is the LA Girls Pro Conceal Concealer. I'm sure you've seen this before. It kind of has a cult following because of how much money it is. It's really low price and it gives great coverage. And LA Girl is just a really great brand because they cater to so many skin types. This is my Milk Makeup mini blur stick. I love using this to fill in the pores because it does blur your pores a little bit. I like using this when days I know I'm going to be out for a really long time and I know I'm going to be sweaty. So I like to use this to kind of fill in my pores so that it helps a little bit. Finally, the last drawer. You know, I'm not going to go through every single lip product. Focus. But I am going to give you kind of a rundown of most of the products in here. So when I choose to go with a lip product, sometimes I won't even use a lip product at all. Like I'll just put on a chapstick or something and I'll head out the door. When I do decide to wear lipsticks, lip glosses, and such, this is what I wear most of the time. Fenty Beauty's lip glosses. They're so great for every day, and then they're so nourishing because chapped lips, I can't stand chapped lips. Most things in here are not matte lipsticks because I just can't stand the feeling of dry lips. So I use gloss a lot, and Fenty Beauty's glosses are just so great. I'm almost out of the clear one, and I completely finished up the original color, which is called Fenty Glow, and I'm on my way there with Fussy. I just love these glosses so much, and I need to restock on them. Now this color is such a great everyday nourishing color. This is Bronzine from L'Oreal. I love this color because it's great for every day and it's really buildable. And this Burt's Bees lip shine, because you know it's nourishing and it provides a little bit of color. I'm actually wearing it today, along with this, which is a matte lipstick by Revlon. This is in the shade, I don't know, it's called Infatuation. This is what the shade is, it's called Infatuation. So I don't like to wear this on its own, obviously, because it's a matte lipstick. So I'll put just the tiniest bit of this for the depth of color, and then I'll go over with a gloss, like these or that, or even this, because this is kind of like a gloss. It's just kind of like a hydration stick in a tube. So I have two lip pencils. I can't even tell you where they're from because I've never heard of the company. I mean, I've heard of them, like Ulta Beauty lip pencil, but Bellatrix Cosmetics. I've never heard of them, but I do use them occasionally. You can notice a theme with most of the colors in here. They're either like a neutral dark brown or like a pink. And that's kind of the colors that I like to go with, because they can go with really many different looks. Another thing I like to use a lot are these e.l.f. lip balm tints. They're exactly what they sound like. They're just lip balms that have a little bit of color in them. And I love to wear these because they go with so many different looks. This right here, I know it looks really interesting. This is the history of Rouge, I think they're called. This is a lipstick that I don't really wear that much because it's way too bright pink. But I do like wearing the glosses because they are nourishing a lot like the Fenty glosses. But they are sheer, so they won't like make you look like you've just had a bunch of bubble gum or something. They're sheer. And they smell pretty great too. And this is along the same lines. This is just a Maybelline gloss. It's a gloss. It looks like it's a lipstick, but it's not. It's a gloss. It's a really great color. And I couldn't tell you what color it is because I think it's rubbed off. You know, can't forget your chapstick. Always good to have a chapstick. A lot of this stuff is kind of stuff that I don't really use every day, but I like to have it in here when I do want to use it. Good ColourPop gloss, some Ulta glosses, an Ulta liquid lipstick, a Tarte Rainforest of the Sea lipstick mini that I'm having trouble closing. Okay. This is a NYX Super Cliquey lipstick. It's great because it's buildable and it doesn't dry out your lips. Where did the cap go? Oh, there it is. And the colors are great. And it's kind of fun to just click this, although don't, because once you click it, you can't unclick it. Like, it won't go back in the tube. So this is a Milani, oh, I love this, Amore Shine lip, it's essentially an opaque lip gloss. That's what this is. It's like a great nude color for me, and I really like it because I'm not really a nude person, but I like that color. This is a Make lip gloss, you know, pretty average lip gloss, and this is kind of a Bellatrix Cosmetics lip gloss that went with the lip pencil. And yeah, that's essentially all that's in my lip drawer. I keep a lot of my stuff is in the same color family because I like to use the same stuff because it's so versatile, like it can go with anything. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button because we love seeing you guys come back. I love hearing your feedback, so please, you guys, if you're excited to see us back, leave a comment because I know I'm excited to keep posting for you guys because honestly, we missed it. We missed you guys. Y'all are like family. So honey pots, stay well and stay beautiful. Bye.